counter by La Starza. Oh, his man down. La Starza has been knocked down, but never out. As he himself puts it, I know how to get up. During this, and ducking under those shots by Marciano. Watch.
Champ now.
Yes, I didn't say. What are you looking so sad about, Champ?
I'm surprised. I mean, I'm really insulted. I mean, that's not right what you just said.
What do you mean? What I just said?
I mean, I'm get a drink of water. I'm late getting home, but you talk. I said something about the greatest heavyweight champ, man. I'm a hometown man, and you talk about Joe Louis, man. Joe Louis wouldn't be nothing for me. Joe, I tell you, Joe, do you think you would have stood a chance with me?
Well, Clay, one time during my career, I went on a Bum of the Month tour.
Bum of the month? I would have been a bum compared to you.
Well, you've been on the tour.
Oh,
What's happening, my people? It's Cash Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before we get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, #JBT. Donnie Williams, Mike Mazik, Mike Rim. Salute to everyone and welcome to another episode of Cass Sports, The Box Historian. Today, the junior flyweight division in boxing. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's The Box Historian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everybody today? This is the Wednesday afternoon hump day edition of Cass Sports, The Box Historian. Midweek, counting down to the JBT meet and greet Friday and his fight week for Javante Tank Davis and Lamont Roach this Saturday, March 1st. If you haven't got your tickets to the meet and greet, still got tickets available, $30. Or you can pick them up at the door. If you're in New York this weekend, Friday night, 8 p.m., pull up on us. Okay, highlights of boxing history. We are back to it. Ring Magazine Fight and Fighters of the Year. Where were we? 1990s. We're going to start out with the 1990s today for highlights of boxing history. Okay? And then we're going to talk about the junior flyweight division in boxing. That bad man right there, Ricardo Lopez on the screen, 51-0. Had one draw, but he was 51-0. Okay? I guess Floyd didn't go after that 51 because Ricardo had that draw. So I guess Floyd looked at that as a blemish. But yeah, Ricardo Lopez. And guess what? Never lost a fight in his life because he was also undefeated in the amateurs. And the man that gave him that draw, he did go back and beat him eventually, okay? But never knew what it's like to lose. He might have lost some sparring or something, but amateur, professional, undefeated. But let's look at the fight and fighters of the year for the 1990s. That was a big one there, wasn't it? Tyson and Holyfield. Yeah, that one fight of the year for one of those years. Crush, the legend, in the building. What's up, Crush? Y'all know about the coffee and the donuts. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Putting it down hard over there. 6 o'clock in the morning. Starting the day off, man. The best early morning show in these YouTube streets. By far. Not even close. Salute, Crush. Okay. Well, let's talk about the fight and fighters of the year for the decade of the 1990s. Okay. The fight of the year for 1990 was Julio Cesar Chavez versus Meldrick Taylor. One, because it did have two fights. This was the first one. This was the big one. This 1990 unification fight between WBC super lightweight champion Julio Cesar Chavez and IBF champion Meldrick Taylor, billed as Thunder Meets Lightning, was a controversial and memorable fight. Taylor dominated the scorecards with his fast hands, seemingly on his way to a decision victory. However, with just 2 seconds left in the final round, Chavez landed a right hand that knocked Taylor down. Okay. Now, by using the ring ropes to pull himself up, Taylor managed to return to his feet while still holding the ropes and was giving the mandatory standing 8 count by referee Richard Steele. Okay. Steele then asked Taylor twice if he was okay. He received no reaction and then signaled that he was stopping the fight, resulting in a TKO victory for Chavez with only 2 seconds to go in the fight. You know, Chavez was like 80-something and nobody, and so they wanted to keep that going. Yeah. I'm sure Richard Steele received a pretty nice envelope full of a nice amount of cash for that performance. And also, this, besides being fight of the year, this fight was also fight of the decade for the decade of the 1990s. Yeah. And the fighter of the year for the year 1990 was Julio Cesar Chavez. Now, Chavez went 5-0 in 1990, winning all 5 fights by stoppage, with 4 of the 5 stoppages coming inside of 5 rounds. And his first fight of the year was the super lightweight unification against Meldrick Taylor. That was Ring Magazine's fight of the year and decade. Okay, Julio Cesar Chavez, fighter of the year. Okay, fight of the year for 1991. Robert Quiroga versus Akeem Anifawashe. And that's right. No, Anifawashe. Akeem Anifawashe. Now, this fight was won by Quiroga by a close but clear unanimous decision. It was a brutal fight all the way through, with neither fighter giving an inch. Anifawashe collapsed in his corner after the fight. He had suffered severe blood clots in his brain and was in a coma by the time they got him to the hospital. That night after the fight, he was in a coma by the time he got to the hospital. Now, he woke up from his coma within 24 hours, but at the age of 22, it was all downhill from there for Anifawashe. After a layoff, he tried to return to boxing. He died at the age of 26 after collapsing from a beating he sustained during a sparring session. And his opponent that night, Quiroga, his career was also never the same. Less than 2 years after that fight, Quiroga lost his title and was never the same again. He had one more fight after losing his title that he lost. Then he retired at age 25. This fight was June 15th, 1991 at the Hemisphere Arena, San Antonio, Texas. And the fighter of the year for 1991 was James Lights Out Tony. Okay? It's 91, right? Yeah, James Lights Out Tony, fighter of the year for 1991. Lights Out had 6 fights in 1991, winning 5, losing none, with 1, the 6th was a draw, with 3 knockouts. He won his first professional title in 1991, which was the IBF Middleweight World Championship, with a come-from-behind upset 11th round TKO over heavy favorite Michael Nunn. Remember that one? Yeah, Lights Out. Nunn was a heavy favorite. He was winning on all cards going into the 11th, and Lights Out caught him and got him out of there in the 11th round. Fighter of the year 91, James Lights Out Tony. 1992, fight of the year. Riddick Bowe versus Evander Holyfield 1. First fight between those two gentlemen. Now, this fight took place on November 13th, 1992 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, the fight was contested for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, which at that time consisted of 3 belts, the WBA, WBC, and IBF championship titles. Now, Holyfield had difficulty trading punches with the bigger, stronger, and younger Bo. The fight is best known for the 10th round, during which Bo started strong, hitting Holyfield with several powerful combinations. Holyfield, however, was able to weather the storm and dominated the second half of the round, landing several combinations of his own. But Bo controlled rounds 11 and 12, knocking Holyfield down in round 11. And the scorecards read 117-110, 117-110, and 115-112, all for Bo. And the fighter of the year for 1992 was Riddick Bowe. Okay? Bo had 4 fights that year, 1992. He went 4-0, including winning the undisputed heavyweight world championship against Evander Holyfield in the fight of the year. 3 of Bowe's 4 wins in 1992 came inside the distance. Okay, let's go to 1993. Fight of the year for 1993. Michael Carvajal versus Humberto Gonzalez won. This was a humdinger here. Carvajal versus Gonzalez won. Now, this fight was held on March 13th, 1993 at the Las Vegas Hilton for the IBF and WBC Junior Flyweight World Championships. Now, while this pair of world champions fought 3 times, this first fight is the one that writers and fans usually remember the most. Now, Gonzalez set the pace early in the fight with his jab and cross, the old 1-2, stunning Carvajal several times, dropping him in the second round. Now, Gonzalez was tiring by the middle rounds, and Carvajal finally began landing significant punches. Now, by the 7th round, both fighters were looking for the knockout punch. Yeah, by round 7, they both was going for the home run. Now, during one of their toe-to-toe exchanges in round 7, Carvajal landed a vicious right uppercut to Gonzalez's chin, leaving Gonzalez paralyzed on his feet. Carvajal took advantage and followed up with a left that sent Gonzalez to the canvas. The referee counted him out, giving Carvajal the fight by a 7th round knockout. Okay, and fighter of the year for 1993 was Michael Carvajal. Okay, now Carvajal had 3 fights during the year 93, winning all 3 by stoppage, including his 7th round knockout of Humberto Gonzalez in the fight of the year. Okay, 1994. Fight of the year for 1994. Jorge Castro versus John David Jackson won. First fight between them. I think they had 2. This was the first one. Now, this fight took place December 12th, 1994 in Monterrey, Mexico. Now, Jackson was attempting to regain the WBA middleweight championship, which he had held from October 1993 through May 1994. He had lost it earlier that year. Okay? Now, Castro was cut over both eyes in the 7th round. And he was far behind. Castro was far behind on the scorecards at that point. And he was being battered along the ropes in the 9th round when he suddenly dropped Jackson with a left hook to the jaw. Jackson was able to rise, but was soon sent back to the canvas again. After a 3rd knockdown in the round, the referee stopped the fight. And besides fight of the year, that round 9 was named round of the year by Ring Magazine. Okay, and the fighter of the year for 1994 was Roy Jones Jr. Now, Jones went 3-0 for the year, with his 3rd and final outing being a highly anticipated showdown with James Lights Out Tony, which Jones won by a 12-round unanimous decision, picking up the IBF Super Middleweight World Championship in the process. 1995, Fight of the Year. Simon Sojachiron versus Humberto Gonzalez. Now, this fight took place on July 15th, 1995 at the Great Western Forum, Inglewood, California, home of the Lakers. Now, the IBF and WBC junior flyweight titles were on the line in this fight, which were held by Gonzalez. Now, Sojachiron moved quickly on his feet to evade Gonzalez's advances and waited for the right moments to sting Gonzalez with right hands. And the champion Gonzalez had trouble with Sojachiron's right hand throughout the entire fight. Now, Gonzalez's solution was a frontal assault. He dramatically increased the pace to prevent Sojachiron from weaving his web. In the thrilling middle rounds, both fighters were rocked, and Sojachiron was forced to take a knee and the referee's count to escape the barrage. The champion Gonzalez was raining down on him. In the 7th round, just when it looked as if Gonzalez seemed to be turning the fight in his favor and taking control, he was dramatically undone. The champion was floored at the beginning of the round, 7th round, by another Sojachiron right hand, and doing a fierce exchange between the two fighters, right? Now, once back on his feet, Gonzalez was assaulted by a frenzied Sojachiron and did not have the presence to take a knee. Instead, he attempted to hold on stoically, and referee Lou Filippo had no choice but to stop the fight. Now, Gonzalez initially called for a rematch to attempt to win back his titles from Sojachiron, only to change his mind and retire from boxing. Retired after the fight. And the fighter of the year for 1995, right, was the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Now check this out, about that Oscar resume. Oscar De La Hoya defended his WBO lightweight world championship against 4 of the biggest names in the division: John Molina, Rafael Ruelas, Dinero Hernandez, and Jesse James Legion. Every time I look at Oscar's resume, it gets more ridiculous. Now, he could have fought 2 of those names and 2 lower level fighters and still would have had a fire year, but not Oscar. He fought 4 of the biggest names in the division, 4 top 10 contenders, okay? John Molina, Rafael Ruelas, Dinero Hernandez, and Jesse James Legion. Anybody know lightweight 90s, those 4 names pop right out. Oscar fought all 4 of them in the same year. Beat all of them too. But that Oscar resume is just crazy, man. But that was Oscar. He wasn't fighting no lower level opponents. Oscar had to fight the best, man. And he fought all 4 of them and beat them all to earn Fighter of the Year, 1995. Yep. He was on the way to working on that fire resume. Okay, 1996. The fight of the year was Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson 1. That's them on the screen there. Now, this fight was billed as finally, because remember they were supposed to fight and Mike went to prison. So they called this finally. Finally got him in there. It took place November 9th, 1996 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Paradise, Nevada. Now, the fight was Tyson's first defense of the WBA World Heavyweight Championship. He won that title when he came back out. Got the WBO back. First defense was against Holyfield. Now, Tyson started the fight fast and sent Holyfield reeling with his first solid punch. Now, Holyfield surprised everyone from the first clinch of the fight with his superior strength as he pushed Tyson backwards. After that first solid punch, Tyson would never seriously hurt Holyfield for the remainder of the fight. Holyfield's strategy for the fight was very effective, as Tyson mainly threw one punch at a time. Holyfield blocked the first attack, then used his superior strength to clinch and shove Tyson backward. Now, keeping Tyson on the back foot minimized his power and affected his balance, and gave Holyfield the opportunity to come forward and score with combinations to the head on Tyson. Now, as the rounds passed, Tyson was unable to adjust and found himself being thoroughly outboxed. Then the sixth round, Holyfield caught Tyson with a left that sent him to the canvas. Now, it wasn't all Holyfield. Tyson had his moments during the fight, and he caught Holyfield with some good hard shots. But Holyfield weathered the storm every time. At the end of the 10th round, a punch from Holyfield sent Tyson staggering across the ring. Holyfield chased him into the ropes and landed a series of devastating blows. At the bell, Tyson was out on his feet, but he came back out for the 11th round. Holyfield immediately jumped on him and landed another brutal combination, sending Tyson back into the ropes. The referee had seen enough, and he stopped the fight, giving Holyfield one of the most famous upset victories in the history of boxing, okay? And the fighter of the year for 1996 was Evander Holyfield. This was his second time winning the award. And Holyfield only had 2 fights in 1996, going 2-0 for the year, winning both fights inside the distance. But his second and final fight of the year was his huge upset win, stopping Mike Tyson in the Ring Magazine Fight of the Year. That's what probably earned him the Fight of the Year, that Tyson fight. Couple more. 1997, Arturo Gatti versus Gabriel Ruelas. On October 4th, 1997, Gatti and Ruelas met at Caesars Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, for Gatti's IBF Junior Lightweight title. Okay, going after Gatti's title. Now, Ruelas was warned in both the first and third rounds for hitting low. Also, no points were deducted. Ruelas was staggered by an overhand right early in the 4th round. Later in the 4th, Gatti was hurt by a tremendous left uppercut from Ruelas. In round 5, Ruelas was knocked down by a Gatti left hook as both fighters traded hard punches. Ruelas did make it to his feet, but referee Benji Estevez chose to call an end to the fight, enabling Gatti, who suffered a serious cut under his left eye, to retain his title by 5th round TKO. And Fighter of the Year for 97, Evander Holyfield again. Now, this was his 3rd time winning the award. Holyfield won the award for the 2nd consecutive year and 3rd time overall. Okay. Now, he went 2-0, successfully defending his WBA heavyweight title against Mike Tyson in their rematch, and later in the year, Michael Moorer. He won both fights by stoppage. Okay, 2 more years to go. 1998 Fight of the Year was Yvonne Robinson versus Arturo Gatti, 1. Now, this fight happened on August 22nd, 1998 at Convention Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Gatti's second consecutive Fight of the Year. Now, Gatti came into the fight a 4-1 favorite to defeat the light punching Robinson. Now, many thought the only chance Robinson had against the hard punching Gatti was to use his hand speed and boxing skills to tame a hard charging bull like Gatti. And that's exactly what Robinson did. Robinson decisioned Gatti over 10 rounds. Now, they had a rematch in December. 12 rounds, title fight, 12 rounds. They had a rematch in December of 1998, that same year. Right? And Robinson won the rematch also. And the Fighter of the Year. And they had 2 of the most fan-friendly and exciting fights of the 1990s. And that's what Floyd was so confident going against Gaddy, because a slick boxer similar to Floyd Robinson outboxed Gaddy twice. And Floyd was a much higher level boxer, faster than Robinson. So Floyd knew he could dominate Gaddy. That's why he was so confident going into the fight, because he saw what Robinson had did to him twice. And the fighter of the year for 98 was Floyd Mayweather Jr., winning the award for the first time. Now, Floyd went 7-0 in 1998 with 5 stoppage wins. Pretty Boy. Yeah, Pretty Boy was offensive. 5 stoppages. Floyd won his first professional world title on October 3rd, 1998 against Gennaro Hernandez by an 8th round referee technical decision. Okay? And then finally, the fight of the year for 1999, Paulie Ayala versus Johnny Tapia. This was a doozy here. Now, Ayala defeated Tapia by a 12-round unanimous decision on June 26, 1999 at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, Ayala won the WBA bantamweight title in the fight. Now, Tapia was making his first defense of the title, and the fight was the first loss of his professional career. Now, in the opening round, Tapia moved around the ring, worked with a jab, and jumped in quickly with straight punches and an occasional hook to the body. Ayala pursued his opponent, looking to get on the inside and work to the body. Now, both fighters were warned early in the second round for failing to break when told to do so. Ayala came on in round 2, catching Tapia with power shots upstairs and to the body, as the two mostly traded in close. Tapia had his moments as well, landing cleanly with solid shots, but less frequently than Ayala. Ayala continued to rip big shots to the body in round 3, as Tapia looked to return to fighting on the outside. A cuffing shot to the back of the head pulled Tapia down at 1:17 of the round. It was ruled to be a slip. Tapia worked well in the opening half of round 4 with increased movement and digging shots to the body. Ayala came on in the second half as both men traded punches. The two twice banged heads in round 4, with neither man being cut. Now, the close middle rounds saw both fighters have their moments, as Tapia had better success when moving and Ayala looked solid on the inside. In the final 30 seconds of round 8, both fighters frequently raised their hands to the crowd between exchanges. Now, Tapia likely took round 9, outworking Ayala and landing with the straight right hand. Tapia went to the mat at 2:46 of the round from a slip. Action was paused early in round 10 as a clash of heads opened the cut on the top of Tapia's head. They continued to trade into rounds 11 and 12, with Tapia working more consistently and Ayala working in bursts. Now, the final scorecards read 115-114, 116-113, 116-113, and Zanu, all for the new champion, Paulie Ayala. And the fighter of the year for 99 was Paulie Ayala. Paulie fought 3 times during the year, winning all 3, including winning a WBA Bantamweight World Championship from Johnny Tapia in the fight of the year. Okay, the junior flyweight division in boxing. That's what we're doing today. Now, how's everybody? Okay, it's Wednesday, the old hump day. The meet and greet is Friday. Yup, we are right up on it.
Fans, it's finally here. It's Fight Week. So come join us this Friday night from 8 p.m. till midnight for an amazing network event where you can mingle with fighters, trainers, podcasters, and executives as well as some of your favorite YouTube personalities from the JBT and others. The cost is only $30 and includes entry, food, and entertainment. There will be a cash bar, door prizes, and much more. Get your ticket today via Cash App at $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Or call 410-322-4365 for more information. Space is limited, so get your spot today. Another great event brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
All right. Let's get into the flyweight division. We normally do these divisions on Tuesday, but I wasn't here Monday, so everything got pushed back a day. Okay? First, we're going to do a little history on the flyweight division. Okay? Everybody all right today? Everybody got their tickets to the meet and greet. We're going to greet and meet. We got some trivia questions to win some door prizes. They're going to be hard, too. I'm in charge of the trivia questions, so you know they're going to be hard. Okay. Now, the junior flyweight division in boxing. Now, junior flyweight, also known as light flyweight or super strawweight, is a weight class in boxing. Now, the weight limit at junior flyweight in professional boxing is 108 pounds, right? Now, when New York legalized boxing in 1920, the law stipulated a junior flyweight class with a weight limit of 99 pounds. Now, when the National Boxing Association was formed in 1921, it also recognized this weight class. However, on January 19th, 1922, the NBA decided to withdraw recognition of the junior flyweight division. Okay, 1922. Now, on December 31st, 1929, the New York State Athletic Commission also abolished the junior flyweight class. No champion had been crowned in this division prior to the abolition. Now, the World Boxing Council, WBC, decided to resurrect this division in the 1970s, okay? So this was the first champion ever, because when they first had it way back in the 20s, they never had a championship fight. So the 1970s, the inaugural champion was Francisco Udella after a disqualification win against Valentin Martinez. Just 4 months after that fight, Jaime Rios defeated Rigoberto Mercado by 15-round decision to become the World Boxing Association, WBA, first junior flyweight world champion. The International Boxing Federation first champion was Dodie Boy Penalosa, Dodie Boy, who won the title in 1983. Because the IBF came in 82. Dodie Boy won it in 83. Now, the first junior flyweight super fight took place on March 13th, 1993, when Michael Carbajal, the IBF champion, knocked out WBC champion Humberto Gonzalez to unify the championship. Remember? We talked about that. That was the fight of the year. Remember? The first one. Now, their rematch, the first one was 93, remember? Now, their rematch on February 19th, 1994 was the first time a junior flyweight fighter, Carbajal, made $1 million purse, okay? And the longest title reign in the division is held by South Korean boxer. Okay, not bad. My Young Woo Ya. I was talking about them names, but we're going to get some when we get to the boxers, talking about the boxers. But the longest title reign is My Young Woo Ya, with 17 title defenses, okay? And some notable junior flyweight champions throughout the years are Yoko Gishigan, Jung Koo Chang, Michael Carbajal, Humberto Gonzalez, Emma Young Woo Ya. Okay, let's look at some of the former greats from that division. Okay, some of the former greats from that division. Okay, now the junior flyweight 108-pound division has been one of the deepest and consistently entertaining junior divisions in all of boxing, right? Now, the top 10 is a colorful and deep cast of great fighters, most of whom can claim the top spot. Any 10 of these fighters could be number one in this division. These are all former guys, by the way. We're going to talk about some of the current guys, too. You know how we do it. At least the top 6 guys could make a pretty sound case for the number one spot. Now, fans in the U.S. were mostly sequestered from the great action at 108 until Michael Carvajal and Chiquito Gonzalez, Humberto, called himself Chiquito Gonzalez, took the spotlight in the 90s. Before and since, there have been talented and dominant champions from Mexico, South Korea, Japan, Panama, Venezuela, Thailand, and South Africa, making it a division of international unique intrigue, if not necessarily in the U.S. and Western Europe. You don't see too many Americans, Europeans in there, not too many. Now, everything you could hope to find in a messy divisional ranking is here. From short explosive reigns, long periods of dominance, inconsistent greatness, weird upset losses, ambiguous head-to-head results, and a lot more. So here are the 10 best junior flyweights. 10 of the best junior flyweights of all time, okay? And that's Jung Koo Chang on the screen. He had an 11-year career, 1980 to 1991. Okay, Jung Koo Chang. I don't know why these phones keep making all this noise. Okay, excuse me for a minute. Oh, that was good. No, it was noisy. I'm sorry. Okay, Jung Koo Chang. Talking about 10 of the top junior flyweights of all time, and these are former. The Jung Koo Chang, the South Korean in his prime, was a dynamic, fast, hard-hitting, and with an intense fighting spirit. Okay, now we in the West, we're largely deprived of seeing this Hall of Fame fighter, as he lost to retirement and passed his prime. Before that, called himself the Korean Hawk, soared above his contemporaries, reigning from 1983 to 1988, and notching 15 title defenses. That's the second most. Remember, number one was 17. He retired beating every man he ever faced. Okay? Every man he ever faced. Chang lost in his first shot to Supreme Champion Hilario Zapata in 1982. But 6 months later, he smashed Zapata in 3 rounds, for the WBC title. Defenses came against tough German Torres 3 times and top 10 all-time flyweight Sat Titalada. Now that guy wasn't no German. His name is German Torres, okay? He's Mexican. That's just his first name, German. We don't have too many Europeans, Americans in these smaller divisions. Now, Carvajal was American, he's the exception. And one of the greatest ones down there. He was the thumbnail, one of the only Americans to fight in the division and was one of the greatest. Now, after beating Tadayuki Ohashi in 1988, he called it a day. Now, financial problems brought him back, but 3 title fight losses brought his record to 38-4, 17 knockouts. So he only had one loss when he retired, but he came back after his prime because of financial problems and suffered 3 more losses. He was 38-1 through his prime. Okay. Number 2 is Michael Carbajal. The only Americans to fight down that low. We had Mark Too Sharp Johnson fought down in that range too, but I think he was a little higher, like 115, around that range. He was the brother, Mark Too Sharp. Okay, Michael Carbajal is next. 10 of the best fighters at all time at junior flyweight, 108. Now, Michael Carbajal had an 11-year career, 1988 to 1999. Now, the vastly skilled, talented, and power-punching Carbajal is a Hall of Famer who put his division on the map for many boxing fans because he was an American. He brought a lot of people in the West to watching those lower classes, okay? Because before him, a lot of the fights was in Asia and over on that side of the world because that's many other fighters that was in the division. Carbajal brought the Americans and the West attention to the division, okay? He could finish you with one punch. When the stakes were highest in his $1 million pay-per-view showdown with Chiquita Gonzalez, he came through with flying colors. His up-from-the-floor knockout over Gonzalez was ferocious, giving 2 subsequent hairline decision losses to Gonzalez. Can't undo the magic he created in that first fight. Called him Little Hands of Stone. The Little Hands of Stone. He won the IBF belt from unbeaten future flyweight champion Mungchai Kitakasim by knockout in 1990. Now, that name is nothing like that. Okay. Now, 6 defenses later, he was the first junior flyweight to earn $1 million purse when he crushed Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez in 1993's Ring Magazine's Fight of the Year. We just talked about that, remember? 2 defenses later, Gonzalez beat him by split decision in the 1994 rematch. And later that year, another majority decision loss to Gonzalez left Carbajal searching for answers. Yeah, Gonzalez took 2 out of 3 in the trilogy. But Carbajal wasn't the first one, the biggest one, okay? In 1996, Carbajal regained the IBF belt by beating Melchor Carb Castro. After 2 defenses, he dropped a split decision to Mauricio Pastrana and then was stopped on cuts by Jake Matlala. He finished on a high note, however, coming off the pace to starch WBO champion Jorge Arce with a right hand in Tijuana in an almost surreal moment in 1999. It would be the last time Carbajal stepped into the ring. The great Michael Carbajal. And number 3 is his rival, Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez. Yeah, Chiquita took 2 out of 3 from Carbajal. There's Chiquita, right there. Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez. He had an 11-year career, 1984 to 1995. And there's Terrell Cameron in the building. What's up, Terrell? How are you today? Good to see you. We're talking about the junior flyweight division. Just some of the former fighters that passed through junior flyweight. Mostly Asians, Mexicans, not too many Americans. But the one American that was famous in the division was what could be called the greatest junior flyweight of all time, Michael Carbajal. Isn't that something? One big name American that he's probably the greatest of all time that fought there. Okay, Humberto. Well, Humberto did beat him 2 out of 3. But again, Carbajal wasn't the big one. The first one is always the biggest. Like Frazier Ali, Frazier wasn't the first one. That was the biggest. Not the best, but the biggest. Right? But salute, Terrell. Good to see you today, bro. Now, Gonzalez was a stubby, barrel-chested 5-footer who in his prime was a power-hitting phenomenon. He built his name on the West Coast, where he became a favorite at the Inglewood Forum as he steamrolled a slew of challengers with his vicious power. He won the title with a close decision over the excellent Korean Yeol-Woo Lee before embarking on a string of knockouts that earned him placement in the top puncher in the sport category, right? Top puncher in the sport category at 108. Incredible. A number 3 placement seems uncharitable, considering Chiquita is 3-1 against the top 2 in this ranking. Chang was out of retirement, though it still counts as a very good win. And if a guy ever won 2 out of 3 from another fighter while not looking like he won the rivalry, it was Gonzalez in his 3 fights against Carbajal. That's what I'm just talking about. He lost by a crushing knockout in the first fight and deserves credit for switching into more of a boxer to outpoint Carbajal in 2 subsequent fights. It's just when it counted most and he fought like himself, he came up short in graphic fashion in the first one. Still, he won 15 title fights, beat Carbajal and the excellent Melchor Carb Castro twice, and was a distinguished champion who is rightfully in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez. If Carbajal is number 1, he is definitely number 2. Okay. Next is these names. Okay. Verbalize it out. Yes. My Young Woo Ya. That ain't too bad. My Young Woo Ya. 1982 to 1993. All these guys have 11-year careers. Okay. Now, recently inducted, he went into the Hall of Fame, right? And rightly so. Recently. Ya was one of the division's greatest champions, reigning from 1985 to 1993, winning 20 world title fights at the weight and beating every man he ever faced. 20 world title fights. After winning his first 13 fights by decision, Ya found a power surge, winning 13 of his next 20 by knockout. He was perhaps fortunate that his title-winning fight with champion Joey Olivo was in Korea, called the Sonagi. He likely would have lost if not for being on home turf, getting that home cooking. That would be the last time he relied on sympathetic judging, however. Ya's long reign featured 2 wins over 40-division champion Leo Gomez and a long list of victories over obscure but mostly tough challengers. He lost the belt in 1991 to excellent Hiroki Ioka in Japan by a debatable split decision before returning to the land of the sun a year later to regain his belt from Ioka by a majority nod. He made 1 defense, then he retired. Okay? And let's see something real quick. I forgot who the longest reign was. It was him. My Young Woo Ya. Yeah. No. It was, yeah, he had the longest reign. 17. Yeah, My Young Woo Ya. Right. It was him. Okay. Okay, next. Hilario Zapata. I don't even know if, yeah, that's young. Hilario Zapata. That's Hilario on the left. Okay. He's fighting the first guy that we talked about. I forgot his name. See? Ain't that him? He's fighting? Yeah. But Hilario Zapata on the left, okay? 1977 to 1993, what's that? 16-year career, okay? Hilario Zapata. couple more, and we're gonna talk about some of the current guys too. The top 10. You know how we do it. We're gonna talk about the top 10 currently at junior flyweight too, briefly. Valerio Zapata's 16-year career. Now, in a mythical tournament where you could choose any top junior flyweight at his absolute best, Zapata might be the wise choice. The vastly talented and artful Panamanian was awesome at his peak, having beaten a solid list of fighters at this weight, including the top dog, Jung Koo Chang. Number 5 ranking almost seems harsh for a talent as robust as Zapata, who also won a title at 112 pounds flyweight. He beat ex-champ and featured 112-pound titleist Freddie Castile in his 10th fight in 1979, and the following year won the WBC 108-pound title against Japanese Shigeo Nakajima. 8 quality defenses followed before he was shockingly stopped in 2 rounds by 27-9 challenger Armando Ursua in 1982, a fighter who had been stopped 3 times in the previous 18 months. Wow. He regained the WBC belt with a win over Ursua's conqueror, Tadashi Tamori, before beating undefeated Jung Koo Chang in South Korea. He probably took that guy lightly. Now, another win over Tamori led to a rematch with a peaking Chang, who wiped him out in 3 rounds. In Zapata's final fight at 108, then he moved up. Okay. Next, we talked about, you'll hear some names we've talked about in other divisions too, because, you know, these divisions only like 3 pounds apart. So, yeah, they go up and down. The next one is Yoko Gushigan. We talked about him at 112, remember? But here's what he did at 108. That's good, Yoko. Al Booger in the building. What's up, Al Booger? How are you today? The winner of the seat. Al Booger going to be in the house with Javante Tank Davis and Lamont Rhodes Saturday. Okay? Yeah. Yoko Gushigan. He fought from 1974 to 1981, a 7-year career. Now, another dominant, long-reigning Asian champion who deserves more respect. The Japanese with the giant afro. He had to cut it there. That ain't that giant. Now, this guy had the giant afro, not Gushigan. Remember? The first guy, I forgot his name already. Now, you want to talk about a giant afro? There you go, right there. Right? It's bigger than Don Cornelius from Soul Train, remember? He must have just got his cut. Yeah. But anyway, where was I? Running my mouth on it. Gushigan was a colorful champion who only lost his first fight after a long title. He lost his final fight after a long title reign. In his 9th fight in 1976, the 21-year-old Gushigan beat the 25-1 Juan Guzman to win the WBA title. Wow, that was a big win there. He would hold on to it until 1981. The roster of challengers Gushigan fought might not inspire awe nowadays, but it was a generally quality group of contenders, future and former champions alike. The cerebral Gushigan lost his title in stunning fashion to 16-7 Pedro Flores, a man he had previously beaten. It would be the last time Gushigan ever fought. Before that, he had made 14 consecutive title defenses, beating solid opposition from around the world, okay? Jacob, Baby Jake, Matt Lala, Baby Jake. What's up, Baby Jake? Okay, Baby Jake had a 22-year career from 1980 all the way to 2002. Wow. He had a nice long one. Baby Jake. Yeah, salute Al Booger. Okay. Now, the South African junior flyweight was short even by this division standards, standing a scant 4 feet 10. Okay? 4 foot 10. It didn't matter as Baby Jake used heart and guts, not to mention skill, to outwork and outfight taller and bigger men. He was good enough to be the only man to stop the number 2 man on this list, Michael Carvajal, back in 1980, and toiled for a decade before losing a world title shot at 112 pounds in 1990. In 1993, he began a nice run as WBO flyweight champion. In 1995, he returned to his best class, 108, winning the WBO 108-pound title against Paul Weir. He stopped Weir again in the rematch, and after another defense, the 35-year-old champion beat Carvajal. That's when he's the only man to stop Carvajal. That's when he stopped. 3 fights later, he lost to Hawk Macapula, but continued to post quality wins before retiring at the age of 40 in 2002. Only man to stop Michael Carvajal. Jorge Arce is next. Jorge Arce. There's Jorge. His name rhymes. Jorge Arce. Hey, Jorge Arce. There he is. Now, he had 16 years, 1996 to 2012. Okay, nice long career for Jorge. By the time he emerged on the championship radar, Arce's best days may have already been behind him. He was at his best at 108, where he was a quick, tough, and hard-hitting champion. Just a bit after his 20th birthday, he was miles ahead of the number 2 guy on this list, Carvajal, before getting knocked out in the 11th round and losing his WBO belt. He had won at 19 years of age. In 2001, he was again champion, beating Juanito Rubilar for the interim WBC belt. Now, Arce defensed the WBC belt 7 times. His first defense was a knockout over excellent full champion Yo Sam Choi in Korea. Now, Choi had come off an impressive run of victories, but fell to Arce in 6 rounds. He twice rolled over durable Melchor Carb Castro, and he beat Rubilar again before moving up to 112 pounds. Okay, Saman Sojatsurong, and that's right, Saman Sojatsurong. 16-year career, 1989 to 2005. I don't remember if I changed it or not. I don't know. Yeah, that's Saman Sojatsurong. Yeah, that's right. 1989, 2005. Okay. Now, best known for getting bombed out by Ricardo Lopez at 105 pounds in 1993, Saman was a huge underdog 2 years later at the Inglewood Forum against unified champion Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez. Gonzalez was one of the only ones at this weight that fought in the United States. He always fought out there in LA at the Forum, home of the Lakers, Inglewood, you know. Now, what ensued was one of the best fights of the decade when a battered Saman finished Chiquita in 7 brutal rounds. Remember that? That was one of the fights of the year, bringing an end to the Hall of Famer's career. Saman's first 5 defenses ended by knockout as he ran roughshod over Asia's best 108-pounders. Now, toward the end of his reign, he began to lose his touch, but kept gutting out victories. Now, 10 defenses in total. In 1999, he lost his belt to Yo Sam Choi. Now, Spence Simon would lose to Choi by knockout in 2001, before finally retiring in 2005 after winning 5 of his last 6 fights. Luis Estava. There's Luis Estava. Luis Estava. There he is. Okay, bad picture. Now, a strange case. Estava turned around a career stuck in reverse to become a world champion. He reigned until nearly his 40th birthday, odd for a fighter at this weight. Strangely, he won his title from a fighter later found to be making his pro debut. Estava, however, proved himself by making 12 defenses, with the quality of his competition increasing during his reign. Now, after winning the belt in 1975, he embarked on a long run of victories, proving some fighters become better after winning a title. Already in his late 30s, he beat some quality fighters like Rafael Pedraza and tough Thai fighter Netmoy Soor Gura Singh. In 1978, he lost to Freddie Castile in 14 rounds, bringing an end to the Venezuelan's reign. Okay? Okay. Next is Ricardo Lopez. Yeah. He was mostly known for his run at 105, where he was almost champion for the entire decade in the 90s, but he did go up to 108 and had success too. Melanin Queen in the building. Salute, Melanin Queen. How are you today? We're talking about the junior lightweight division. We usually do these shows on these divisions on Tuesday, but I missed Monday, so everything got pushed back today. We didn't do the how we was going through the different boxing styles. We're not going to have that this week. But Ricardo Lopez is next. We're going to talk about the current fighters in a moment. But Ricardo Lopez. Now, Ricardo Lopez is regarded as one of the greatest smaller weight fighters of all time due to his dominance in the mini flyweight and light flyweight divisions. In 52 fights, he did not register a single loss. He was strategically smarter than his opponents and had excellent punch accuracy and cardio, which saw him bamboozle his opponents on his way to winning 25 world title fights. And not only was he 51-0 as a professional, he never lost in the amateurs either. You know, never lost a fight in his life. Ricardo Lopez, okay? Next is Chocolatito. Yeah, Chocolatito was way down there at 108. There he is. What's up, Chocolatito? It's Chocolatito on the right. Okay. Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito. Now, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez is one of the best modern day fighters to ever lace up gloves. I think he's still active, but I got him with the former guys. Formerly at 108, he never fight there again. Now, having started his career in 2005, Chocolatito is still not officially retired right now, and he is still performing on an elite level at the age of 37, despite his recent majority decision loss. Well, that was a few years ago too. He won his last fight, but I thought he beat Juan Francisco. Now, the Nicaraguan fighter has won 18 world title fights across minimum weight, light flyweight, and super flyweight, okay? This is why he's regarded as a pound-for-pound legend. Chocolatito. Yes, sir. There he is. Next is Carlos Canizales. That's Carlos facing us there. Carlos Canizales. Now, Carlos Canizales has the highest knockout power out of any fighter on this list. The Venezuelan fighter is only 31 years old. He's still fighting too, I believe. So he has plenty of time to improve on his accolades and record. Yet Gonzalez has still achieved good things in the sport, winning the WBA light flyweight title between 2018 and 2021. Yeah, he's still fighting too. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. That's not Carlos Gonzalez. Bear with me for a minute. Okay. That's Hiroki Ioka. I didn't put Carlos on here. That was Hiroki Ioka. That's Hiroki Ioka on the screen then. Sorry about that. Yeah, Hiroki Ioka. Because Carlos is still fighting. Hiroki Ioka. Ioka is a former two-weight world champion, having held the WBC mini flyweight 105 title and WBA light flyweight 108 back in the late 80s and early 90s. Ioka began his professional boxing career at 17 and retired 12 years later, having competed across 4 different weight divisions at a very high level. Okay, just got a couple more. Then we're going to talk about some of the current guys. Brahim Aslam. You know that ain't the man's name, but that's what I call him. Brahim Aslam. Now, B.A. had a short professional career, which lasted just 8 years. But before he turned pro, he was an excellent amateur, having won an Olympic gold medal at the 2000 Sydney Olympic Games. His Olympic success saw him make history by becoming France's first ever Olympic gold medalist in the sport of boxing. Now, in his penultimate pro fight in 2008, he won the WBA light flyweight title. Okay, and finally, Juan Carlos Riveco. That's the final former fighter we're going to talk about. William Old School or Rant. What's up, Old School? How you doing today? We got to get some link time now. Old School in here. From the Angry White Men. Fridays at 10 p.m. Old School in D1. Going wild over there, man. I know everybody done checked them out. Friday nights at 10 p.m. The Angry White Men. Fire podcast. Salute, Old School. What's happening? Okay. Yeah, Juan Carlos Riveco is the final former fighter. Then we're going to talk about some of the active guys briefly. Now, Juan Carlos Riveco is a former WBA junior flyweight champion, having won the title in 2007 before losing it that same year. Then in 2008, he would win the WBA interim junior flyweight title, retaining it 4 times. Then in 2011, the Argentinian would move up to flyweight, where he would eventually claim the WBA flyweight title in 2013. Okay, now let's talk about some of the current fighters at junior flyweight. 108 pounds. 108 pounds. No grown man should weigh 108 pounds. My 8-year-old granddaughter weighs 108. But hey, somebody got to fight at junior flyweight, right? Okay. Where are they? I wrote them down. Oh, there they go. Active. I was looking for current. Okay, let's go. We got some, but first, yeah, the meet and greet is Friday. Check it out. Come on, big.
Here. It's fight week. So come join us this Friday night from 8 p.m. till midnight for an amazing network event where you can mingle with fighters, trainers, podcasters, and executives, as well as some of your favorite YouTube personalities from the JBT and others. The cost is only $30 and includes entry, food, and entertainment. There will be a cash bar, door prizes, and much more. Get your ticket today via Cash App at $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Or call 410-322-4365 for more information. Space is limited, so get your spot today. Another great event brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
And Melanie Queen got the link. If you want to get your ticket, hit that link. That'll take you straight to the Cash App. And you're in there. Okay? Friday night. It's Wednesday. Damn, it's the day after tomorrow. Wow. Time is a-flying. Now I got to find out where I was at. Ricardo Lopez. That's where I'm at. Yeah, we're going to talk about the current fighters that competed at 108. Ranked the top 10, as a matter of fact. The top 10 fighters at 108. Ranked number 1 is, bear with me with these names, because, you know, I'm going to be doing some butchering. Number 1, Masamichi Yabuki. That is not that bad. Masamichi Yabuki. The Masamichi Yabuki is a Japanese professional boxer. He's a 2-time world champion. He had the IBF junior flyweight title since October 2024. He's currently IBF champion at junior flyweight. And he previously had the WBC junior flyweight title from 2021 to 2022, right? He's from Suzuko, Mi, Japan. And he's currently 17 wins, 4 losses, 16 knockouts, right? That's a 94.1% knockout rate. Current IBF champion at 108 junior flyweight. Masamichi Yabuki, Japanese fighter. Okay, yeah, there he is. You don't look Japanese, does he? Damn. Somebody was messing around over there. He got something else in him. Okay, but anyway, number 2. Shokiki Iwata. Shokiki Iwata. Current junior flyweight WBO champion. Okay. Currently holds the WBO belt at junior flyweight. Yokiki Iwata. Okay. Now, Iwata is a Japanese professional boxer. He held the WBO junior flyweight title since October 24. Had it since last year. Still got it. He also held the OPBF, whatever that is, and WBO Asia. That's some kind of Asian title, the OPBF. Outer Pacific Boxing Federation. That might be it. Outer Pacific Boxing Federation. Yeah. And WBO Asia Pacific light flyweight titles. Whatever it is, he paying somebody something out of somebody got their hand in his bag every time you fight. Whatever it is. It can be the ABCD sanctioning body. When you fight, they want 3% of your purse, okay? So whatever it is, he paying some money to him. But anyway, he also had the WBO Asia Pacific Junior Flyweight titles in 2022. And he's from Shibuya, Japan. He currently has 15 fights. He's won 14, lost 1, got 11 knockouts. Okay. That might not be too bad. I don't know why I didn't calculate. 11 knockouts. His rate, but it's not a lot of fights, so it's probably 70-something. Yeah, 78.5. Now, if you keep up that rate as his fights go up, that knockout ratio will come up, you know. Get like 25 fights with 22 knockouts. He'll be up in the 90s then. Yeah. But he's Shokichi Iwata is currently the WBO champion at junior flyweight. Okay. These are the top 10 fighters at junior flyweight right now. Ranked number 3. Oh, here we go. SN. That's what I'm gonna call him. SN. I'm gonna put his name in there so y'all can see just why I'm not attempting to pronounce it. Okay. First name got 40 letters and the last name got 50. Okay? I'm not doing that to myself, man. I'll call him SN. His last name is Shinga, I believe. There it is. There you go. Is the Silvernati Shinga? Yeah, I got it. I was just fooling y'all. I knew how to pronounce it. No, I didn't. Silvernati Shinga. That's what I think that's right. Ranked number 3. Okay. Now he's a South African. Oh, I didn't. Wait a minute. I don't even know if I changed it. I didn't. That's Masamiki Kabuchi. Okay, that's Shokichi. And there's Shinga right there, South African fighter. Yeah. Silvernati Shinga is a South African professional boxer. He's a 2-time IBF Junior Flyweight World Champion, having held the IBF belt from 2022 to November 2023 in his first reign. Then he had it from February 2024 to October 2024 in his second reign. He has previously held the IBF International Light Junior Flyweight title from 2019 to 2022. Also a former African Light Flyweight champion. He is ranked as the world's 5th best active junior flyweight by BoxRec and the 7th best by the IBF, number 3 by CAS Sports. Okay, he's from Newlands, Eastern Cape, South Africa. Currently has 15 fights, 13 wins, 2 losses, 10 knockouts. Okay. 10 knockouts. He just beat somebody. Silvernati Shinga. 76.9. Not too bad. Okay. Ranked number 4 at junior flyweight currently. These are the guys fighting right now. Adrian Curiel. There's Adrian. Adrian Curiel. Okay. Now, Adrian is a Mexican professional boxer who's a former International Boxing Federation junior flyweight champion. He had the IBF title from November 2023 to February 2024. He's from Mexico City, Mexico. He currently has 31 fights. He's won 24, lost 6, 1 draw, 5 knockouts. So safe to say he's not a power guy. But who knows? Maybe he's got power but just don't go for knockouts, right? He might knock out his next 25 straight opponents. Okay, ranked number 5. These are the current top 10 for the junior flyweight division, 108. Ranked number 5. Oh, an easy name. Elwin Soto. I can pronounce that. Elwin Soto. Elwin Soto. Okay, there's Elwin getting his hand raised. Now, Elwin is a Mexican professional boxer. He had the WBO junior flyweight title from 2019 to 2021. He's from San Felipe, Mexico. Currently has 24 fights. He's won 21, lost 3, 13 knockouts. Elwin Soto. Okay. Ranked, this is the current top 10 junior flyweight fighters. 108, 108 pounds. Ranked number 6. Panya Prattabrisri. Panya Prattabrisri, okay? Also known as Peshmani CP Freshmark. He's the current WBC title holder at 108. Current WBC title holder at 108, okay? Now, he's a Thai from Thailand, professional boxer. He's held the WBC since 2020, right? He had the 105 strawweight from 2020 to 2023. And now he's had the WBC title since December 2024. Okay, just got it in December, had it like 3 months. Current WBC title holder. He's from Ubon Patchtani, Thailand. He has 45 fights, won 43, lost 2, 27 knockouts. Okay. Panya Pradabisri, ranked number 6. WBC champion, ranked number 6. Damn. Ranked number 7. Yeah, Carlos Canizales. Yeah, he's still fighting. That wasn't him that I was reading earlier. I said his name, but that wasn't him. Carlos Canizales. Here's Carlos. Carlos is from Venezuela. Got the Venezuelan flag up there. Venezuelan professional boxer. He had the WBA regular junior flyweight title from 2018 until 2021. He's from Caracas, Venezuela. Currently has 31 fights. He's won 27, lost 3, 1 draw. He has 19 knockouts. Okay? Carlos Canizales from Venezuela. Ranked number 8 at junior flyweight 108 is Christian Aranita. Oh, these names ain't that bad. Christian Aranita. Yeah, that's Christian. Getting his hand raised. He's a Filipino professional boxer from Cebu in the Philippines. Currently has 27 fights, 125, lost 2, 20 knockouts. That's an 80% knockout rate. Not bad, 80%. Okay. Ranked number 9 at junior flyweight 108. Thanosak Simsri. The Nosak Simsri. He's from Thailand too. Okay. Sisaket, Thailand. He has 39 fights. He's won 38, only lost 1. 34 by the knockout route. 89.4% knockout ratio. Getting him out of there almost at a 90% clip. Bad man. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a bad man. Thanosak Simsri. TS. Okay. And finally, ranked number 10 at flyweight is Reggie Sugarknob. Reggie Sugarknob. There's Reggie. Reggie Sugarknob. And Reggie is a Filipino. Reggie from the Philippines. Trying to copy Manny with that headband here. Manny probably was his idol. Right? And Reggie challenged for the IBF junior flyweight title in 2023. Came up short. And he's from Duis Bohol in the Philippines. He currently has 17 fights. He's won 16, only lost 1. 6 knockouts, okay? Reggie Sugarknob, okay? And I'm telling y'all got y'all ticket to this raffle yet? This thing is this weekend, man. Get your ticket, okay? And you can pay at the door because it's a safe bet to say there's going to be space available. So if you're in the area, you're likely going to be able to pay at the door, okay? Likely going to be able to pay at the door. We'll be doing a show Friday, so I will definitely let you know then. We'll know how much space and everything. And yeah, you're likely going to be able to get your ticket at the door. But check it out. Check this out.
Fans, it's finally here. It's Fight Week. So come join us this Friday night from 8 p.m. till midnight for an amazing network event where you can mingle with fighters, trainers, podcasters, and executives, as well as some of your favorite YouTube personalities from the JBT and others. The cost is only $30 and includes entry, food, and entertainment. There will be a cash bar, door prizes, and much more. Get your ticket today via Cash App at $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Or call 1-322-4365 for more information. Space is limited, so get your spot today. Another great event brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
All right. Yeah, get your ticket today. Don't get it tomorrow. Get it today. And if you can't come, send in a donation. See that Melanin Queen got that link right there in the chat. Hit that link. That'll take you straight to the cash app. Whatever you can donate. Don't have to be 30. It can be less. It can be more than 30. But this thing is just Friday. Today is Wednesday, so yeah. Just Do Boxing in the building. We're right up on it now. So get your tickets and join us Friday night. Tomorrow, boxing in the States is going to be Oregon. Yeah, I'm doing the show Friday too. Friday is going to be the Bob Father. I might have to do my show on the way up the highway, but I'm going to do it. Okay? I'm the co-pilot. My daughter is the chauffeur. Okay? But yeah, Bob Father's Friday. We did Don King last week, remember? And the Bob Father era is this week. Talk about Bob got a cannabis business and everything, man. Mm-hmm. Smokes it. 93. That's probably why he maybe I should start smoking it. That's probably why he lived to be 93. Yeah. Bob be puffing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don King probably smoked it too. Don done tried. And we've had some great flyweight fights. We had we talked about that fight of the year, remember? The Carvajal and Chiquita Gonzalez. We had John Moraga versus Magomed Babulatov. Wait a minute, man. That's UFC. I'm sorry. I don't know damn UFC. You're talking about boxing. You're talking about boxing. Just Do Boxing coming up at 4 p.m. in about 20 minutes. Okay? Go over there and get your unbiased, both sides of everything straight. Everybody gonna get their Just Do over there at Just Do Boxing. Okay? That's just what it is. Hit the like on your way into the building. If you don't hit it, step back out and hit it. If you step out and don't hit it, you ain't getting back in. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but hit that like button. Hit mine too, by the way. Yeah, I guess everybody hit it. Well, let me put the link in. Damn. What was I thinking about? What time is it? 3:39, 2:39, 3:39, right? Y'all came on at, what time do I come on to? Right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. I ain't did that this week. I only been on, this is only my second time on this week. Monday I got all the way to 1:59 and had to cancel the show. What am I doing? Invite? Is that how you put it in? Hit invite, right? Okay. Okay, we only gonna be a second. Okay, where's my link thing? Mm-hmm. But how's everybody today? It's the old hump day. We're on the way downhill. The meet and greet is Friday. Wow. This thing came up fast, man. We got old school from the Angry White Man podcast in here today. Al Booger, the ticket winner, he won the raffle this time. Yep. Oh, AB got it. Got the seat. Gonna be sitting there next to D1. Yep. The other member of the Angry White Men, yeah. The winner of the ticket get to sit next to D1. What an honor. And he's gonna be angry. But he's gonna be hollering and screaming and carrying on. Damn, good thing him and old school ain't gonna be sitting there. Wow, that would be crazy. But yeah, that Angry White Man podcast is off the charts, man. Yeah, they took off out the gate and never looked back. Friday night. Did I say Friday nights at 10 p.m.? Yeah. Okay, I gotta be quiet for a minute or I'll never get this link in. But yeah, man, the meet and greet. Can you believe it's Friday? There's gonna be some trivia questions and win some prizes and stuff. Bruce Gas ain't gonna be there, so somebody else will get a chance to win. Okay? Because if Bruce Gas in there, ain't nobody winning nothing. I don't know what I did, man. Bear with me. Yeah, Bruce Gas came in. I did a trivia contest a while back, and Bruce Gas came in for like the last 10 questions and ran the table, man, and won the contest. Yes. Got every one of them. Won a laptop. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was going to give like a cheap $2 pair of headphones with Mr. Chass. The laptop was Mr. Cass' idea. I wouldn't give away no damn laptop. I was going to get some $10 headphones or something. What's the price? Miss Cass said, you can't give them that. Why can't I? But she said, no. So they got the laptop. Come on, Link, get you in there. Ain't nobody gonna hit it, no way. Thomas Hill ain't in here, is he? I don't think. He might be listening. He might be busy working too, Thomas Hill do catering. They be busy out there in Cali. Yeah, Thomas Hill is in Cali. He said he might come to the meet and greet. That's worth the price of admission. The legendary Thomas Hill be in the house. Wow. So if Thomas Hill come away from California, anybody on the East Coast should be able to make it. Okay. Anybody on the East Coast should be able to make it. T Hill coming from, there it is, coming from the West Coast to the Big Apple. Why do they call New York the Big Apple? Anybody know? I never knew that. Anybody know? Why they call New York the Big Apple? I sure don't. You know, get the Big Apple State. Yeah, we got Oregon tomorrow on the boxing in the States series continues. We're winding down toward the end. Okay, there's Old School. Up on the panel. What's up, Old School?
Man, I couldn't leave you hanging by yourself.
You ain't seen you in a while. What's happening?
Yeah, I've been busy, and in the last freaking week and a half, I've been sick as a dog.
Yeah. My wife was sick, man. Everybody's catching. She was in bad shape, man. Couldn't even get out the bed.
I thought I had a stomach virus. Then I wound up going to the freaking hospital and the doctor, and they told me I had, I don't know, some kind of way I had bacteria in my stomach. So they had to give me all kinds of freaking medicine they got me on, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. But yeah, dude, I was feeling bad, throwing up, both then. Oh God, I was miserable. Probably lost about 12 pounds.
Damn. Oh, so you ain't been back to work yet?
Actually, I went in for a couple hours yesterday and a couple hours today, but I couldn't stand up long, my stomach, so I wound up having to go home. Hopefully tomorrow I can get tomorrow and Friday in.
Okay. What you think about the fights this weekend?
I was very disappointed in the Adamas fight.
Yeah, man, wasn't that a trip?
Wow, that was flat out robbery. I don't give a crap what anybody says. He won that fight.
Yes, he did. Clearly.
Yep. And ain't it funny? That was Turkey's guy, and he's telling him he's losing by 2 rounds in the freaking fight, which is supposed to be against the rules.
Ain't that something? Yeah, that's crazy. Man. And look, you see how worried he was looking during the fight and everything?
Yeah.
And then they call it a draw. So he was undefeated, right? Don't he have an O? Shiraz? Yeah. So they got him to keep his O. Yeah, that's messed up, man. Anybody go over there and fight him, it's crazy.
I was impressed with Shakur, but you know, he should have beat that guy. But I ain't gonna lie, dude. His hands are a problem.
I know, man. And he's young too.
And just like I was listening to a couple people talk about hands, and it's like he ain't gonna have a long career, bro. If they don't figure out how to fix his hands, or if they can even be fixed, that kid's got a very short career coming.
I know. That's bad, man. I like Shakur. Yeah.
You realize his hands are actually worse than Floyd's hands were?
Wow. I think Floyd was a little older when he started having the problem too, wasn't he? He was like
I'm not sure.
That young, did he? Like when he was Pretty Boy, you never heard about any kind of.
I mean, he had a few glitches, but nothing like Shakur. Shakur's one after another, dude.
Yeah. Floyd wasn't that bad like that at that young age. Plus, he had that guy. Remember that guy with all the pins on his head? He was like an expert on hand injuries.
Right. I think Floyd had a little more power than Shakur does too, and which is really troubling with his hands.
Yeah. But he got the job done Saturday. What you think about that McCauley fight? If he would have had a whole camp, it would have been different, wouldn't it?
That's another thing that's disgusting too. When I found out that dude came off his couch, he hadn't trained since his last fight.
I know. He went for the money, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see them run it back though. I mean, Parker. For full camp, you know, a regular fight and everything, you know.
Yeah. Let the man get a full camp. And then, you know, I'm kind of worried. They were talking about he might not be able to go. He might not be in line for that title eliminator. He'll get the fight with F.A. Ajabi, but he might, even if he wins, he might not get the damn title shot now, which would be damn sad.
Because of that?
Yeah.
We shouldn't do the man like that. They know the situation.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if they screw that man like that, bro, that's just flat out wrong. I'd have to sue somebody.
Yeah, that would be bad. You know, I could see if he straight up lost, had a full camp and everything, but losing like that and then not giving that man that shot, that would be terrible.
And you don't want my opinion on the Beterbiev fight because I had him winning.
Yeah, I had Beterbiev this time too. I thought he was going to get him out of there.
But I
But
think
you know
there's
what?
something. I think there's something fishy with these turkey fights, dude. And I have a feeling it has to do with betting.
Yeah. You know what? Now they're talking about Bivol and Benavidez, but Beterbiev gave him the immediate rematch, so why wouldn't they just do the trilogy right away? Where'd Benavidez come in there at now all of a sudden? You know? That's not right either.
No, it ain't right. Not at
No.
all.
He gave Bivol the immediate rematch, right?
Yeah.
So they should do the trilogy. And then we fight Benavidez. Benavidez will be almost 41 by then. By the end of the year, by the time they get around to him again, you know?
How much you want to bet Turkey and his team are behind that shit trying to push the Benavidez fight now?
You know they are. You know they are.
They're trying to screw that man out of his shot now.
Yeah. I think he deserves the immediate rematch, do the trilogy. And then the winner fight Benavidez after that, you know?
My two only sources in boxing are old timers like me and you, right? And both of them had Beterbiev winning that fight.
Yeah, I had him this time too. I thought he was going to stop him this time, you know? But looked like, I don't know what happened, man.
I have a feeling I know, but I'm gonna leave it alone, bro, because it ain't good.
Yeah, it did look kind of fishy, like, man, because the first time looked like he fought it. Didn't look like he fought as hard this time to me. Like he could have did a little bit more.
I'm gonna tell you what, if Shakur's gonna fight Tank, he better do it now. With them hands, he better do it now.
Yeah, don't wait. The longer
because
he waits.
If his hands get any worse, you know damn good well that fight will never happen.
Nah, they wouldn't put him in there with like that, man. That would be merciless.
Yeah.
Put him in there at a disadvantage like that against Tank, man.
And Tank, you know the moment. And you know the moment Tank figures out he can't hurt him, it's all like Donkey Kong.
It's over. And man, I would want to see that fight with both of them at 100%. You know, that wouldn't even be right.
The problem is, I don't think we'll ever get Shakur at 100% though with those hands. You know.
So I don't want to see it then. If it's gonna be like that.
What did his grandpa say that the last 7 fights he fought with bad hands? That's bad, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's a fight. Oh, it was a fight. Didn't they have a fight from Japan the other day, like the 24th or something? What's his name?
I saw on YouTube notice, but I never did get to see it. I forgot who it was fighting.
And this Mexican guy, David Cuellar and Nakatani, I think.
Yeah, it was Nakatani. That's right.
Yeah.
Who won that fight?
I missed it. I forgot. I just thought of it earlier today. I haven't even checked it. Probably Nakatani.
Right.
Everybody wanted him in Monster because he had 118, you know.
Well, I'm gonna let you know over the weekend, but I might be able to be off Monday. We could try and do something.
We'll do it Monday, yeah. Ali, right? I still have.
Yeah.
I haven't done nothing on Ali yet. Yeah. Yeah. Monday.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta study, dude, because my whole senile brain can't remember anything anymore. So I gotta go back and look over my notes and shit, you know?
Yeah. Oh, we'll have it together. Once we get to talking, it'll come to you, you know.
Right.
It's like the other ones, you know. What we did, Liston and was it Bayer, right? Max Bayer.
Yeah.
I think it was Max Bayer. Yeah. Once you get to talking,
Max Bayer.
Yeah, he was first, and then Sonny Liston.
Right.
Yeah. Ali would be good. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about with him too. With Ali, yeah.
Another one I want to do with you too is Riddick Bowe.
Oh, okay, Riddick. Okay.
That was my guy back in the day. I was so upset when he threw that title in the freaking garbage. I was so upset.
Because I think he could have beat Lennox.
Look, when they fought in amateurs, they screwed Riddick Bowe because Riddick Bowe was whooping his ass in amateurs.
He wasn't ready to be stopped. when they
No,
stopped.
not at
the fight.
all.
That
And
was
they called the fight, and it's like
Yeah.
he wasn't even. I mean, he was not injured one little bit,
Yeah,
and
that
they
was
stopped it.
That was set up. That was a clear setup there.
Yeah, it was. They robbed
Yeah.
that man.
And then they did Roy in the same Olympics. They cheated Roy Jones, remember? Same Olympics.
I remember something about it too.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of the guy.
I didn't
It
see
was
the
so
Roy
bad.
Jones fight, but my friend had told me that.
It was so bad that when they was on their stand and the guy was up top, he pulled Roy up there with him because he knew Roy had beat him.
Right.
It was a South Korean guy, and of course it was in South Korea, remember? Yeah.
Yep.
And they did a whole lot of cheating in that Olympics, man.
If Riddick and Lewis would have fought before that, the Holyfield trilogy, I would have bet money on Riddick to beat him.
Yeah, I would have picked Bo too. I don't know
I
why
think-
he did the belt, because I thought he could beat him, man. You know?
Look, if you notice, Lewis wanted no part of either one of them, either Riddick Bowe or Evander Holyfield, till after the trilogy, to when both of them started looking bad after they beat the hell out of each other. That's when he started to want to fight them.
He waited way till the end of the 90s to fight Holyfield.
Yep.
Like 99 or something. Yep,
Just
he
like
sure
Tyson.
did.
He waited for Tyson to show weakness
sure
before
did.
he
All
won that
of them.
fight. Yep.
All them American fighters, he waited till they was shot.
But they try and claim he's the best at one. No, dude. No. He was
He
moved
got knocked out.
strategically.
Rockman knocked Lennox Lewis out, remember?
Yeah.
And that other guy, the guy that started crying in the second fight, he knocked him out. What was this? You know the guy? Oliver
Oh
McCall?
God, I know. I can't remember his
McCall.
name. I know who you're talking
Oliver
about.
McCall. He stopped Lewis
Oliver
too.
McCall. That's it.
He stopped Lewis too in the first fight. So
Look, I have a feeling if Bo and Lewis would have fought before the Holyfield fight, he would have stopped Lewis. He'd have knocked
Yeah.
Lewis out.
yeah, he definitely would have beat him. Riddick would have. Riddick
Bo-
was a big dude, man, with power.
Yeah,
and could box.
Bo had speed, he had power, and he was a big man.
Yeah, and could box, man. You know?
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, had the skills.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
I was hurt when he had that press conference and threw that belt. I was like, why? You can beat this dude, man. Fight him. I
It all
thought he
came
won.
down to them lowballing him on the office. And they
Money.
did it on purpose because they knew he wasn't going to take it for a low price.
Yeah, Lewis really didn't want to fight. It was
No, he
terrible.
didn't.
But that Olympics was terrible. They cheated him bad, man. It was clearly set up. Like the referee was waiting to jump in there and stop it.
Right.
You know, it was crazy. I've seen that fight so many times. Watched that so many times.
Well, two of the best fighters back then, both had eating problems and training problems. That was Riddick
yeah.
Bowe and Buster Douglas. Both of
I
them didn't
know.
know how to walk away from a freaking dinner plate, and both of them were lazy as hell when it came to training.
Man, that Buster that beat Mike Tyson would have been a problem. It wasn't all
And
just
I
Mike
picked
being
it.
on the stage.
I'm the only
Buster-
one I know that picked Buster to beat Mike.
Yeah, I know you are. But after watching him, man, that Buster was he was in shape. He had that jab. He wasn't intimidated, man.
That's because of his mama. And
Mike couldn't
if
get
his
in on
mama wouldn't have passed away or been on a deathbed and all that other crap, he'd have
Yeah.
never trained as hard as he did. He wouldn't have come in shape like he did.
No.
That
Yeah.
was prime best ever gonna see Buster Douglas in that fight.
Yeah. He was in tip-top shape.
And he
Tyson
gave
couldn't-
Mike everything Mike asked for.
Yep. Mike couldn't get in on him. He kept that jab in his face. And he
You
was
see, I
hurting
had
Mike.
found out the reason why I picked Buster. I had found out about his mama because back then you
Okay.
only had a couple of magazines you could look at. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like you had internet and all that crap,
Right.
so you had to find out what you could out of magazines and shit.
Yeah, that's all we had. Yep.
And then my godfather, his nephew
Hmm.
was Savarese.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I had heard from him, from my godfather, who knew his nephew knew what you call it, Buster Douglas and the team.
Okay.
And he told me, he said, that man's in that freaking gym and he's killing himself getting ready for the fight.
Oh, so they were seeing him do it. Okay. So you had inside information. Yeah.
So I knew between that and his mama passing away, I had a big feeling that he was going to beat Tyson.
Yeah, he was motivated. He was confident. Yeah. And he first person I ever seen to make Tyson hesitant, man. Tyson almost looked like he was scared to throw something, scared of what was coming back at him because Buster was putting it on him, man.
Oh, yeah. Buster had heavy hands, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then Don King tried that nonsense about the long count and all that stuff. It wasn't nothing wrong. That was he lost fair and square. He just got his butt beat, man. That's all.
He did.
Yeah.
What's funny is my cousin wanted to wager me on Buster's next fight against Holyfield. I said, no, dude. He's like, why? He said, he just beat Tyson. I said, why? Because he ain't motivated for this fight. He's going to come in slow and out of shape. Watch. Sure enough, dude.
They said he went up to 400 pounds in between those two fights, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so yeah. He just didn't have it no more after the Tyson. He didn't want it no more after the Tyson fight. He would have been a
what
problem
he set out to do.
That Buster Douglas that beat Mike, I would have loved to see that version of Buster against Bo. That would have been a fight there, man.
Oh, Lord, that would have been a brawl, dude.
Yeah.
They'd have beat the bejesus out of each other.
Yeah, that would have been a battle. But we never saw that Buster again, though.
Nope, sure didn't.
Nope.
It's 3 o'clock, Kev.
Yeah, get ready to get out of here, man, because we could go all the way till like 6 or 7 o'clock. But I appreciate you, old school. But let me know about Monday. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know probably Saturday evening.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna leave you sit up here by yourself, Russ. I had to jump up.
Yeah, mainly dropped it for you. I didn't see Thomas Hill today. He probably busy or something. Yeah.
All right, Cass, take it easy, my guy.
Okay, old school. Appreciate you. All right. That was old William Old School Rant from the Angry White Men podcast. Friday nights at 10 p.m. Him and D1 putting it down. Okay, we're going to get ready to get on out of here. Time for Just Do Boxing. But I appreciate everybody for stopping through today. Tomorrow is Oregon, Boxing in the States, Oregon. Don't forget the meet and greet is Friday. Still got time to get your ticket. But join me tomorrow, okay? Because if it's Monday through Friday at 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all Zet boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cass Sports. Everybody have a great afternoon, and I will see y'all around those JBT streets.